hello, this is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor, and I'm glad that you have joined me. It's a beautiful day out. I went out and was in the garden today, got eaten up by mosquitoes. I think they really love my blood. They are bloodsuckers. But it's beautiful outside. I mean, I try to keep everything watered as much as possible because I like the greenness. Instead of having lawn in my backyard, I have moss. And so I try to keep that, it's on the ground. And so I try to keep that as watered as possible so that it is continually green. And I love it. It is just so nice to go outside and see moss on the ground and the green trees and the grass in the distance and the flowers and the bees. And the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. And the thing called love. That's my singing ability. So, yesterday we talked about, in my last podcast, we talked about what employers are expecting from employees now, or what they're really looking for in when they're hiring new employees to fill a position. Now, we keep hearing all this news out there that says, okay, there's so many jobs out there, but there are not enough people. Well, there may be a whole bunch of jobs out there, and you may think, oh, great, I have a lot of opportunities, but I'm going to put a little bit of a damper on that idea because what companies are really doing, yes, they have the job openings, but they're not filling them. And the reason why they're not filling them is because of this uncertainty of what's going to happen with the economy. The consumer price index is too high. Consumer confidence is too low. Most everybody thinks that we are heading into a recession, which is me. I think we're already in a recession, but no one wants to call it. We have a Federal Reserve that is slow to action. We have a supply chain which is still out of control. It has not been fixed. No one has even tried to fix it. And so we have this situation where the economy is stagnant. It's not growing. Don't believe anybody who tells you that the economy is growing. It's not growing. The economy on Wall Street may be going up and down, maybe making money, but you and I, we are stagnated. We don't know exactly what we can do. I was thinking about this the other day because I thought, okay, I would really like to fly out and visit friends. I'd like to do all this sort of stuff during the summertime. But the cost has driven up the prices on plane tickets and everything else so that there's no way, just for fun, am I going to spend $1,100 and plus car rental, which is up, plus hotel costs, which are up. I just can't do it. So I have to live within my means. And my means business. So, if you look at the jobs that are sitting out there, they're sitting there. They're not being filled. They're sitting there. If they are filling them, they're filling them with people that have the expertise and experience that is needed. So, those jobs are going to sit there. And we are going to talk about, oh, the job market's so good. No, because that job market is stagnated and it's sitting there. And no one's hiring because we don't know what Biden and the Democratic Congress is going to do next to the economy. Yesterday they said, okay, we are going to attack the oil industry on gouging. But there's no gouging going on. That's just a political play. And it's a nonsense political play. They don't understand that if they have limited the amount of oil to be produced, because some of these refineries have been shut down, which we've talked about before, because of Biden energy policy. And so we are producing less oil than we were. We're going to have high prices. Inventory is less, prices go up, because the cost to manufacture that gas is going up because of economic policy set by Biden in his energy department. So let's get back to the jobs, because I can go off on the tangent here and then we're off into another subject. So what I want you to really do is that you need to focus on your job, on your work, on your expertise, on your professionalism. Get more, there's a ton of places online that you can go to get free education that you can download and keep continuing to upscale your experience and your knowledge. I tell you, LinkedIn has a great program out there where you get a certificate out of every single class that you take from them. And they're good classes. I've taken a lot of them. I have this addiction to learning. And so I am learning all the time. But I think that during this time that you need to focus. I was listening to Warren Buffett last night. And he was talking about, they were taking this survey. He and Bill Gates. And they wanted to know, the question was, what is the number one thing that you need to do in business? The number one priority that you need to do in business. And they both wrote down, not knowing that they both wrote it down, but they both wrote down the word focus. It's a very important word, because if you are not focused on the investment into yourself, and if you're not focused on how you can use that investment to help a company out there, or to work for a company and become into a leadership position, you have to focus. Don't go off into all these tangents. Well, I'm not going to make enough there. I'm not going to make there. Oh, I get a 401k there. I get a 401k here. I get this. I get that. Or that. It's all about I get. No company wants you. That's the reason why. Nobody wants a company that's just me, me, me. That's your agenda. It's just me, me, me. And you're not thinking, what value do I add to this company? What value of my expertise can I add to this value? And you're not selling it on your value. You're not selling it on your expertise or your experience level. Instead, you're talking about how great of a school you went to and who you knew at school and everything. Listen, we employers, we don't care. We don't care what school you went to. I really don't. I never look at the university or the college or whatever education institution that you went to. I don't look at that when I look at resumes. I look at your experience level, what your achievements have been. I want to know, when I hire you, what value are you going to add to my company? I don't care. I have had the best bookkeepers and accountants work for me that had 0 degree. And they knew more than the CPAs that would come in and review their work. Because they focused on what they were good at. They focused at the expertise that they knew other companies would want. Because they were really damn good at what they did. Now, what annoys me, the other side, is that we have people come in and they brag and how good of a worker they are and how good of this and how good of that. But when you look at the resume, they haven't done anything. So we've got those kind of people too. We've got the braggers who have done nothing. They're kind of like politicians who have done nothing. Politicians who have never built anything. So when we talk about being the best employee, we want a focused employee. We want a focused leader. We want a focused supervisor. We want a focused RN. We want a focused accountant. We want people who are literally trying to learn every single moment more about what they do and improving themselves as they go along. And they are improving the company that they're working for. Those are the kind of people we want. I don't care, as I said before, I don't care what university you went to. I don't care. I tell you, I used to hire. I had a call center in the Philippines at one time, and we had about 300 employees over there. And when I would go over there and interview people, I would always look at their resume, and there were like two universities there that were top. And those people who came thought that they were something. But they were the worst workers I had ever hired in my life. The ones that worked hard were the ones that went to school. They learned how to communicate. They learned how to speak English. They knew how to sell. They knew how to market. They knew all of that stuff. But the guy who came from a big name brand university usually knew nothing. He just had a fancy degree that his mom and dad paid for. It's not about what school you go to. It is about how you apply yourself and how you focus on what you're doing. Because I tell you, when I'm hiring people, I want people better than me. And there's a lot of people out there much better than me. And I sit there and I listen to the conversations that I've had with these people I have hired. And the conversations are amazing because they speak from experience and not from a book. The experience, their focus, produce good work. Now, those of you who are so focused on how much money you're going to earn, that's the wrong direction to be going. You should be focused on your experience level and what you're learning and what you're going to be able to provide to other employers later on. If you're getting paid to learn and to gain exposure to people who are in the industry and know what they're doing, you're going to learn so much more than you ever did at school. That's just a common fact. But I really liked what they both said. Now, I don't like Bill Gates. I think he's kind of gone off into the loony bin. But their both answers were right on target with one word: focus. So I encourage each and every single one of you to focus on whatever you do. Focus on it. Learn. Enhance yourself. Invest in yourself. Go online and get as much education that you can. Keep learning every single day. But focus so that your expertise gets enhanced with every amount of knowledge that you gain. Especially from those that are around you who have been in the industry for so long. Sit with them and talk with them. Pick their brains. Get as much information as you can from them. Learn from them. And you will be the best employee that people will want to hire. But right now, jobs are on hold. Because we don't know what's going to happen with this economy. So that is my lecture for you to do. Focus. And I want you to really focus on that. I just do it, okay? From an old guy who has gone through all this, who has built companies and run companies, it's all about focus. And it's all about finding the right people, the best people, the most talented people. That's what companies are looking for. Listen, if you want to have more access to me, if you want some coaching, business coaching, or advisory, go to my website at www.lodge-co.com. Again, that's www.lodge-co.com. If you would like to subscribe or read all my blogs on taxation and in business, leadership, if you want to hear all my podcasts, it's right at www.buymeacoffee.com/Mike Lodge. That's the best way so that we all can learn every single day. I will talk with you soon. Everybody have a great day. God bless. Let's go out and focus. Bye-bye.